Alright guys, we're playing some Fiora top lane into a Yorick, and I'm gonna teach you guys exactly on how strong Fiora is and how to play her in this new patch. So what we have is Grasp, Demolish, Bone Plating, Unflinching, Mana Flow, and then also Scorch, and then we're also running a D-Blade with Potion. We're currently running into the Yorick matchup, which is not exactly a terrible matchup. In fact, this matchup is actually surprisingly good. Because couple things that are kind of annoying is the Yorick poke. Secondly, he can get you stuck inside the wall. But fortunately, that's not a bad thing, since I'm very mobile. I can dodge the wall pretty easily. Instant abusing the level 1-2. If you can make it to level 2 before Yorick does in this matchup, you're technically going to win very, very hard. You should never give away the level 1. Fiora wins most of the matchups at level 1. I'd say like about 85% of all of them. Maybe even like 90%. There's only a few champions that can actually beat Fiora at the start of the match. If that makes sense. Really? No, heading to... Could have been more clean. Okay. Still have my potion as well. I didn't have to use it. They have a Nasus in the jungle, which is a kind of like a weird jungle pick. However, it's very strong, but it needs time to scale. So I'm not as worried about getting ganked at the start of the match, because Nasus needs time to like clear down the jungle camps. And this is like the sort of like the way how you want to think all the time. So if you're like playing aggressive level 1 and you see your jungler pathing from red buff to topside at the blue buff, and you see like the Yorick appear at the same time in the lane, then you can usually tell, let's go pickaxe here. You can tell guaranteed that if the enemy jungle is pathing from here to here and your jungle from here to here and you're winning top, you can win the jungle at the same time, basically winning 2 roles. Especially if you know the clear the clear time of Nasus, right? As it shows, Kayn path here, Nasus path down there. My jungler actually got the camp right here, so my jungle is now winning at the same time because he got the camp as well. Because the clear again is like very slow. I should have blocked it. Would have been better. Okay. Drop that 1 auto. Sometimes you're gonna have to auto one of the last hits to actually get it, because they might have already taken some damage and they will die from the tower. I'm very happy with in the position we are currently at, because we also have the jungle pathing here. This guy is in a very wrong position. This guy's gonna die. Yeah. Got him. Not really as clean with the vitals, but it's all good. One of the best things that I advise, like highly advise, is when you play Fiora, you must use the E as an auto cancel. If you don't do that stuff yet, it makes a dramatic difference in the amount of damage output you have. Let's go back here. The first thing that I want to build, like a very important item, you can go like multiple directions with Fiora, but the one that I recommend the most is actually this. Typically with top laners, you don't build Tiamat as often, like at the start of the match. It's something you take your time with, because it makes your wave clear, how can I put it? Like AoE damage makes it so that you can no longer freeze. But with Fiora, there's one thing that is important, and that's the wave clear. Like her only weakness is a wave clear. Fiora is bad at wave clearing. If you build Tiamat early, so you get your hands on pickaxe and stuff like that, you get Tiamat, you can actually like auto queue the entire like wave super quickly and take control over the matchup. So yeah, keep that in mind. Tiamat is super OP on this champion. It's something you absolutely cannot miss. Especially because the Tiamat procs basically on the Q as well. Which usually is not the case. I gotta start dodging these things. I don't want to use my parry for it. Nice. Just get that one Q. I wish I would have landed on this guy actually. Should have blocked it with the parry. That would have been definitely more clean. That's a lot of damage you could have dodged. Nice try. That's basically what we gotta do all the time. I don't want to use parry to dodge it. Like, it's not very optimal. That makes sense. Let me get that one real quick. Yeah, I gotcha. And now we pretty much push it. Like, Fiora is like, I talk about this a lot and I'll just say it again. Like, Fiora is the type of champion that can beat all champions in the entire game. It's like a similar concept with a few other champions. Mainly talking about Olaf. Olaf can do that typically as well. There's Riven as well. Riven can be played against anybody and you can make it work. Like, if you're a good Riven player, you can play against, doesn't matter what matchup it is. Like, you'll have a good time. Fiora falls into that category as well. Because you outscale everybody in the game towards late game, and your early game, like you have like a Q which is mobile, but your W is like the most important one. This thing allows you to basically ignore, doesn't matter what ability it is, and then on top of that, if it's a CC, you can just like throw it back right at them, right? That's really OP, especially because the CC duration is like really high. Then your E is like auto E reset, and it's also slow at the same time, and then your ultimate is basically the thing that makes you 1v1 everything. It doesn't matter what champion it is. If you use your ultimate, there's rarely a champion that can beat it. If you're like really fast, really clean with your ultimate, and especially you're ahead in the game, I can guarantee you no champion's gonna beat you. Like, literally. So I like it. Your Q also, I forgot to mention, is also like a really good way of poking. So it's not just like a mobile dash, like you can actually poke with it all day. The Q is like very low cooldown as long as you keep hitting your opponent, which makes it super viable. I'm gonna kill him right here. Goodbye. Thank you. Another thing worth mentioning as well when you play Fiora is like, the closer your Q is towards the champion, the sooner you can dish out the damage, which is actually very, very important as well if you're trying to like maximize damage output as soon as possible. Like, the more travel distance there is in your Q, the longer it takes to dish out the damage, which means that the longer it takes to get your next out off as well. So keep that in mind. It's also like, it makes it so that your Q is undodgeable, because like the closer your Q is towards the champ, the harder it is to react to it for your opponent, which is another thing, right? There are a lot of champions in the game that can somehow like outplay your Q in some way or another, whether it's like damage reflection or like something else. Can be many different ways how it can be countered, so the less travel distance, the better technically. Oh, I failed that one. Nice. I think I might probably get ganged. I'm down to 1 versus 2. Probably not a kill, I guess.
Do not hesitate.
Yeah, the lane phase is absolutely done for this guy. I'm not getting the other vital procs. That sucks. Will he fight me? Ah, I got him. I mean, he's got pretty close though, considering how fed I am. Not bad. Yeah, let's get that final plate as well. You see, so I'm like dropping my Qs as close to the champion as possible. The less travel distance, the better it functions. You can be very precise with where you position with it. Let's go back. And the next thing we're gonna buy, you can go like many directions, but personally what I like doing is I like to go with this item. I'm gonna show you why. We're also gonna go for lucidity boots. Again, I'm gonna show you why as well. There you go. Sell that one, get two. So one thing worth mentioning, when you play Fiora, there is so many builds. Like, I don't know, you guys have like, probably for those that play Fiora, you know about it. You have goredrinker build, you have Define build, you have Trinity Force, you have Blade of the Rune King build, you have the Hydra into whatever, hullbreaker. Like you can go any build, man. But the build that I recommend the most, oh yeah, I also forgot to mention Stridebreaker. You can build literally anything, but the build that I recommend the most is the goredrinker build, because it provides AoE damage together with Hydra, and it gives you healing damage, wave clear, but especially making you last longer in fights while still having damage. It's one of the best builds in my opinion. It's slightly less damage than Define, all that stuff. Slightly. Then again, it's like not that bad. But like, the build is amazing. Let me check. Can I get ripoff? Nah, can't. We're poking her so much. I'm not scared about 1v2s, to be honest. Oh, well, it's okay. Oh, I missed my Q. Okay. I think I can probably dive him with my jungler together, because the jungler is like pathing topside. Oh, he's casting it. Nice. One of the best things in my opinion is the fact that you can use your dash to like dash across as well. Oh. Really? For real? This guy's going Duskblade. He was untargetable. So when I pressed my R, I couldn't do anything. I queued forward with an auto and both did not connect because of the Duskblade. I love how everybody is talking so bad about Duskblade, and then here I am getting wrecked by a Duskblade. Interesting, right? I see so much complaint like about Duskblade all day long. Doesn't seem that bad, man. This guy got carried by this thing. That's actually worth a lot of gold too, by the way. It's worth like all ending this guy. Alright, time to go back top. Like, I can't wait to absolutely like finish the goredrinker and then start to snowball with it. What? Oh, it's giving it to me. I appreciate it. I like that. Yeah, I guess that York probably walked away already. This guy obviously does not want to fight me. Let me just make sure that this wave goes down first before I take it. Let's take next one. I'm also going to include taking jungle camps as well.
Is this supposed to be a challenge? Your team has destroyed a turret.
Got it. This guy will never play. He will never play aggressive against me. Will never happen. Ooh, nice. Ah, right, he's top. Hey, he reached out to this? Really? I did not think that was gonna happen. I even parried. That's quite disappointing. I don't like it. Well, that guy goes down at least. Their chase actually failed. Yeah, I'm not too happy with how that turned out. I Q to the left, hit my parry as I Q, and then despite doing the Q like halfway through, the Z still managed to get like an ultimate off. Which is weird because the range of the Z ultimate is not that long. Or at least it shouldn't be that long. So it's kind of weird. Alright, let's get this stuff. We're going to hard push.
Shut down. Do not hesitate. An ally has been slain.
After this wave, you get jungle camps as well. I'm glad that we still have the 40 stacks, by the way. Aha.
Others try. I succeed.
Let's go for display. I think that Zed is also here. Probably. They're playing so much on top side. He's used it. Okay. You go fight around me. I will take the kill with my jungle. No problem. That Zed is pretty annoying this game. Yeah, the other jungle camp is definitely taken. I can assure you that. The York is absolutely like out of the game. This guy's like 0-7. Good. Is there also this camping? I think it's probably there. No, it's not there. Never mind. I'll go back. What I'm thinking about doing this game is probably go hullbreaker build. So not the blade. I want to go hullbreaker. I'll pick up this one. So probably hullbreaker into a Death Stance Guardian's Angel, because they're mostly full AD. They don't really have AP. They have slightly, a little bit AP, but not enough to the point where I'd actually have to build it or like build against it or something. Does not really matter.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Well, we're about to probably get a catch. Yeah, I got him. Yep. I made sure I pressed my R on Nasus first, so this guy is actually gonna die. Could have been played more clean. I don't think I would have had to flash if I played it like slightly different. But it's okay. It's alright. It's time to get this thing down. We can rush the tower pretty fast, especially because we got demolished. Yeah. The Drake spawns in like 45. So we gotta prepare this thing. Yeah. Let's get the hullbreaker. Death Stance is also really good this game, but it's something I'm gonna get later, not right now. Nice, let's walk back. I am not expecting Zed to be able to kill me, by the way. We have like nearly 3k HP, plus we have hullbreaker. So if we're like pushing on the side lane, we should be able to beat him.
I succeed. An enemy has been
Oh, he's
slain.
dead too. Cool. Got that stuff. The red buff is just spawning, so we're going to take the red buff as well. Oh, it seems like they go for a surrender. It's not a surprise because Fiora like completely beats him in the late game, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, this is Fiora Top. Thanks so much for watching today's video vid, and I'll see you next time. Peace.